Hey, Tay Musslewhite here. Going to make a quick video about finding and focusing on your team member's strengths. That could be someone that is an employee or a colleague. It could also be someone that you're looking to hire. You need to fill a specific role on your team or for your company. So the first thing is, what I love about this is I get to talk about two of my favorite things. The first thing is a Peter Drucker quote, or a couple of them here, and also about the predictive index. I've been reading and thinking about Drucker's books and quotes for over 20 years, and same thing with the predictive index. I've been working with it since 2003. What I'd like to look at first is this quote from Peter Drucker: develop your people, focus on their strengths, then make high demands based on a person's strengths. An organization develops people. It has no choice. It either helps them grow or stunts them. And then what do we know about developing people? Quite a bit. We certainly know what not to do. First, one does not try to build upon people's strengths. So when we think about that in terms of someone doing their job, what we want to make sure is that someone is doing a job that fits their strengths. And the first, or a very good way to do that, one that I'm very familiar with, is taking a look at the predictive index. The predictive index is a scientifically validated hiring tool. So that means that it can be used for hiring, unlike a lot of other programs out there. But first and foremost, what I want to take a look at is the factors. This is how you get to know this person that you're either looking to hire or who is a colleague, teammate, or employee. There are a few factors that the predictive index evaluates a person on. The first is dominance. So is this a very dominant person? Are they looking to make their mark, have an impact? Or is it someone who prefers to sit back and let someone else do that? And keep in mind, all of these, they're neither good nor bad. They just are. This is when you're looking at a person, this is just who they are. And what the magic, where the magic shows up with this process is making sure that who they are is a match to the job that you want them to do. So for instance, in dominance, if you need someone to go out and find you new business, go knock on doors, go make calls, be fearless in the face of rejection, you need someone with a very high A, someone who isn't going to let that kind of discourage them. Where on the other hand, if it's a very passive person, they're not going to want to do it. The next is extroversion. So this is someone very, do they need social interaction? They're outgoing, they're persuasive, they're socially poised. Whereas the opposite of that is someone who's very serious, introspective, and task-oriented. So again, a new business role for someone, you want someone who is outgoing, persuasive, and poised, as opposed to someone who is very introspective and reserved. So these are very quick thumbnail sketches on these factors, but the great thing about it is as we go through each one of them on a particular candidate and for a particular job, we begin to see how these factors interplay with each other, and they're called factor combinations. When these factors combinations work together, we begin to have a very fine understanding of the person that we're trying to hire or the person who works for or with us. And it allows us to focus on those strengths. So to end up, to go back to one of Peter Drucker's quotes. So an organization develops people. It either forms them or deforms them. Now, this is something that gets touched on in the predictive index also, is that this is a factor of disengagement. If someone were to be in a job that does not allow them to flex their strengths, so if an outgoing person is in the back corner office and doesn't get to talk to anyone all day long, like they're going to wilt and they're going to shrivel in that role. So that is deforming a person. You're not utilizing their strengths. In an ideal situation, an organization or a team or a hiring manager, a manager, and even colleagues and employee to boss relationships. You know the other person's strengths, and you know your personal strengths. And so that is what we're able to do with the predictive index. We're able to find those strengths. We're able to make sure that that person is in the right role to get satisfaction from their job and to also be utilizing their strengths. My name is Tay Musslewhite. Again, thanks very much for watching. There's a link up top if you'd like to set an appointment to talk about the predictive index or any other things to make your business work for you. Thanks, and have a great day.